Welcome to another edition of Eric's Product Reviews, brought to you by hollywoodfrodo.com. I am Eric, and today I'm going to be talking to you about one of the coolest gadgets I've had my hands on in a really long time. This is the MATOP Smartphone Electronic 2-Axis Stabilizer Gimbal with rechargeable battery for super smooth video and clear pictures. What does it do? Well, it's a video stabilizer. So as I move my hand, you can see the phone doesn't move exactly with my hand. It's not attached. There's two axes, and the phone is being controlled electronically to give a smoother transition. What does this do? It removes shake. It removes jitter from your video, as well as for taking pictures. It gives you smooth transitions. It has different modes so that it can move in different ways. So you can see as I'm moving my hand, the phone is staying in the same position. So when you're holding your phone with your hand, a lot of times your hand shakes, especially if you move it, it's jerky. This gives you really smooth transition. It works really, really well. Now, of course, you want to see what does the video footage look like, and I am going to have video footage with and without the gimbal so that you can see exactly what the difference is. I'm going to have that a little bit later on in the video. First, I want to talk about a few things. Let's talk about what comes in the box. Well, here's me doing an unboxing, and when you open the box, you can see you do get the gimbal stabilizer contraption itself. You also get 3 batteries and a battery recharger. They are rechargeable batteries, but you remove them from the device in order to recharge them, put them in the little recharger. You get the cable to charge those batteries. Now, just so you know, that battery box is charged with a mini USB cable, not the more current standard micro USB, but they do include the mini USB charging cable in the box for you. And so you get everything you need to make this work and to make good use of this. So let's talk about the features of this. I'm going to turn it off, and I'm going to take my phone out of it so that I can show you some of the different features that it has. So you can see this is where you insert the phone, and so to insert the phone, it's just a clip. You just press the clip, put your phone in there, and let go, and it's really easy in, easy out, and it will hold pretty much any size phone that's on the market. I used it with my Galaxy S7 Edge, which is on the larger side of phones, and I've also used it with my Galaxy S3, which is a much older, much smaller phone. Works with either one of them. Both of them had cases on, really thin cases, but they did have cases on. So that's how you insert the phone. The other important thing is the balance adjustment. You'll see here on the back you have this little screw. You unscrew that, and then you can adjust this arm in and out. So the instructions tell you what you do. You put your phone in, and once you have your phone in, then you have to unscrew that and move this in and out until you get it so that when you stand it straight up with the phone in it and with the power off, it needs to be balanced. Then you turn the power on and it goes into action. Now, you only have to do that once for a specific phone. Once you have it balanced for your phone, then you don't have to rebalance it every time you go to use it. It's already balanced for your phone. So assuming you're going to be using this with your same phone that you use all the time, you're only going to have to do that once. Once you get it set up, then it's good to go. And we do have the power button here on the back. It is a tactile physical button, which is great because once you put your phone in here, you're holding it with the button on the back, and you can use your index finger or your pointing finger to turn the power on and activate it without looking at it. You don't have to turn around and look at it. You just press that power button, it turns on. Now, you also have front button controls. You have these controls here. This is the Bluetooth button. You can pair this with your phone via Bluetooth and use that button. On some phones, you could use it, depending on the app you're using and the phone you're using, you can use it to start recording video and stop. And you can also use it to take pictures. Now, with some phones, with my Galaxy S7 Edge, it doesn't work to start taking video, not with the built-in video recorder anyway, but it does work to take pictures. I can use it to take pictures with the camera. I can also use it to take pictures while I'm videoing. So it does work for that. For some phones, it'll also work to start and pause videoing. Then you have the M1 and the M2 button. These are modes, mode 1 and mode 2, for following mode and locking mode, and I'll talk a little bit more about what the difference is between those in just a minute. And then you have the pitch adjustment arrow buttons, and with the pitch adjustment arrow buttons, that just allows you to turn the phone up or down to change the angle or the pitch of the video you're taking. And it's a very smooth operation as well. And you'll see, again, later on in the video footage, you'll see me doing that as I'm riding around on my Segway using all of those controls and how well they work. You'll also want to know there is a tripod mount here on the bottom, so you can mount this to a tripod to use for filming if you want to mount it to a tripod and use it that way. And then the battery compartment is here on the back. You pull this down and the 3 batteries go in there, and again you remove the batteries from that compartment and put them in the little charger in order to charge them up. Just as an FYI, you will notice that here on the top, on the end, there is a micro USB port there. That is not to be used. That's there just for testing when they're processing and building this, but it is not for recharging the batteries. To recharge the batteries, you need to remove them from the compartment and put them in the battery charger. So let's talk about what this awesome little gadget does. Let me show you the 2 modes in action. You're going to see video right here. You're going to see, first of all, I'm going to have it in the follow mode, and you'll see as I'm moving the camera around, it is following me. So it follows my movements. If I move a certain way, it moves with me, but it does it in a smoother transition than I'm necessarily moving. But it does follow the movement that I'm making. And then if I switch it over to locking mode, when you're in locking mode, the video picture stays locked in a position. So no matter how I move my hands or how I move the bar around, moving up and down, the video stays at the same position. So it is in locked mode. So you have those 2 different modes that you can use depending on how you're filming and what you're filming. And then you also see the pitch adjustment, where you go up and down to adjust the pitch, and when you use that, you move the angle of the video you're taking. You're moving your phone angle up or down, pointing it up or pointing it down, and you can do that while you're doing other movements, which is really cool. Allows for some really smooth and really great video. Now I'm going to show you the video footage because that's going to be where you really see the difference. Just so you know, in order to do this video footage, I use my S3, my old S3, which does not have any type of optical video stabilization built into it. If you have a more current phone, especially flagship phone that has optical image stabilization in the phone, then you already have some stabilization built in. And using that phone with a gimbal like this, you're just going to get really super smooth, really super smooth video. It just enhances it. But even if you have a phone that doesn't have optical image stabilization, use this and you're going to get that image stabilization. You're going to get that really smooth video. And you can more easily see the contrast with or without the gimbal using that phone. So this is with the Galaxy S3. First you're going to see video footage of me on my mini Segway. I'm going to show you footage right now. This is me riding around on the Segway, taking video, just holding my phone by hand. And I think I'm a pretty good videographer. I think I do a pretty good job of keeping my phone held pretty stable. But you're going to see there's some jitter, there's some shake, there's some shifting around. And then I'm going to switch over and show you video footage of me on my Segway. But now I have the phone in the gimbal. I have the phone in the stabilizer. And you're going to see some of the footage. You're going to see I was videoing me videoing. So you'll see actual video footage of me of the phone, from the phone in the gimbal, and then you also see some video I was taking to show it in operation. And so you can see when I'm riding around with the video with the phone in the gimbal, in the stabilizer, the movement is much more smooth. The transitions are smoother as I'm moving around and turning and pointing the camera in different directions. This gimbal, this MATOP gimbal, really helps smooth over the movements and keeps it from having a lot of shake or jitter. Really cool. So now that you've seen that footage with me on a Segway and I'm riding around, let me show you a really short, quick difference between panning. So this is some video of me just panning as cars go by on the street. And first you're going to see what it looks like with me panning with just my phone in my hand and me doing it that way. And then I'm going to show you panning with me having it in the MATOP gimbal stabilizer, and how that helps so that when I'm moving it, the phone is going through a smoother transition with the video, so you don't get the shake and the jittering that you get when I'm just doing handheld. So really awesome footage, really cool how that helps with the panning. And then the last one I want to show you is me running upstairs, because if you're moving your body, walking or running, and you're holding your phone, that's when you really are going to see shake. And you'll see as I'm running up the stairs, just hand holding my phone, there's a lot of shake and a lot of movement. But now watch what happens when I have the phone in the gimbal and I'm running up the stairs with the phone in the gimbal. And you can see that side-by-side comparison. You can see the difference. You can see how much smoother it is when I have the phone in the gimbal, because it's stabilizing that phone, so the phone isn't moving or shaking every time my body moves or shakes. Really makes a huge difference. Now, those are just some few video footage clips, because this is already a long video, so I can only show you some of those. If you want to see more side-by-side comparison and all the different video footage that I have, in the description I'll have a link to another video that is not me talking or reviewing the product, it's just video footage of the product comparison with and without the gimbal. So click that video if you want to see more footage. But that's really it for this video. My impressions overall, this is awesome. I love this gadget. Like I said, one of the most exciting gadgets I've had in a long time. An electronic stabilizer that I can put my phone in and I can get really great video footage. I mean, especially even if you're not making a movie with your phone, but just taking video at a party, at a family event, or you're on vacation. You want to get really cool video footage of something, but you don't want it shaking around a lot, then you use this. And this is not a selfie stick, but you can use this obviously with the camera front or back, so you can use it as you saw with the Segway footage. You can use it for video facing you or facing away from you, and either way you get really smooth, really nice video. Like I said, if your phone already has optical image stabilization, then this is just going to enhance it. It's easier to control your phone and use your phone when you're holding it in this than it is trying to hold it with your hand. And then on top of that, this adds to the stabilization and the smoothness of the video. So a great contraption, really small, lightweight, easy to take with you wherever you're going, easy to take with you on vacation or just out and about, throw it in your backpack. You can get really good footage. And if you want to make a movie, you could use this to get some really cool video, really cool shots and angles using all the features of this, and have that sort of Hollywood-esque smoothness to your video, as opposed to the really crappy, shaky video that we're used to seeing all over Facebook and YouTube from people hand holding their cameras. So again, a really good product by MATOP. It's a smartphone electronic 2-axis stabilizer gimbal. Does have the rechargeable battery, all the controls you need, and something I would highly recommend. Great as a gift for someone. If you're looking for a cool gift for somebody, great for that. Check the link in the description below. You can click that link, jump over to Amazon, read all about it, pick one up for yourself. If there's a coupon code available, I will have that in the description as well, so you can also maybe use that coupon code. If there's one out there, I'll put it down there, so you can use that to maybe save a few bucks on the purchase of it as well. Anyway, that's going to be it for this review. If you like this review, please click that like button. If you know anyone who might be interested in this, please share the video with them. You can do that on Facebook and Google Plus and Reddit, and all those ways are down there. Just click the right button. Jump over to my channel. Check out all my other product reviews. Lots of cool gadgets and electronics and cell phone and tablet accessories. Also, a lot of really cool household products and even some dog product reviews if you have a dog. So you might want to check that out. If you have an Android phone, check out my Android app review playlist, where I review only Android apps that help make your phone better. Anyway, that is going to be it until next time. So have a great day.